Hi, welcome to Camp Hunt Scout information video. We hope that this information gives you what you're looking for. If not, best option, use the leader's guide. It's got everything in there. I'm Brian Simmons. I'm the Camp Hunt camp director, and this will be my fourth year. I don't know. Last year kind of got lost, so I guess for fourth year I'm at Camp Hunt as director. My 11th year working at Scout Camp. I've been program director, and I've also been waterfront director. Camping is my life. I live for being up at camp, and I hope you guys will feel the passion that we have for our camp as you come and visit us. I'd like to also introduce, this is my wife, Robin. We also have Leif Connors. Leif, why don't you introduce yourself?
Thanks, Brian. I'm Leif Connor. This will be my second summer working at Camp Hunt, and I'll be the program director during the Scout Camp part of the summer. And I'm just so excited to work with you and your troops coming up to camp, and with your groups and your scouts. And I've grown up in doing scouting and scout camps and through my whole life, and it's something I just really love. I love to see the experiences that change people's lives in such a short time, and to be part of that with you this summer, I'm really looking forward to. Thanks, Brian and Robin.
And this is my wife, Robin. She's our business director, archery director, and camp boss. I answer to her.
Hi, I'm Robin. This will be our 11th year at camp. I have been the kitchen director. I've been a commissioner. I've been the archery director for several years. I've been business manager for several years. I'll be doing archery again this year. I've also been in the trading post. And that's why I'm the boss, is because he's only been director.
All right, a little bit about Camp Hunt. We are on the shore of Bear Lake, also known as the Caribbean of the Rockies. It is one of the most beautiful lakes in the whole region. The colors of the lake totally depend on what the sunlight's doing, going from super dark blue to a really pretty green. Sunrises are incredible to be able to go out and sit on the deck of the boathouse and get to enjoy that in the mornings. Some of the things that we've got going on at Camp Hunt that make it a great place to be for camp is we have all flushing toilets. That's one of our big highlights. It's a great thing. Also, hot water showers, beautiful views, like I said, of the sunrise and sunsets. Our staff is amazingly trained. We are located 2 miles north of Garden City and about 2.5 hours north of Salt Lake City. If at any time you have other questions from what we go through in this video, like I said a minute ago, you can refer to the leader's guide, or you can also contact me directly at bdscamphunt@gmail.com.
A couple of things we want to talk about as far as your arrival at camp. Please be sure that you arrive in time. Plan enough time to get there before program starts. You'll need time to set up your campsite, to get your boys situated, or your scouts situated. It's different now, and to be ready to go when program starts. Immediately upon arrival, as soon as you pull into the parking lot, we ask that you send one of your adult leaders and probably your senior patrol leader to the main lodge dining hall to check in. The rest of your troop can unload and start to get camp set up. That leader who comes to check in needs to arrive with all of your troops' medical forms, a completed swim check roster, any final payments that will be due, and a list of any changes that are going to be needed for merit badge classes, so we can get all of that information squared away before the classes start right after lunch. BSA medical forms are required for all youth and adults. Parts A, B, and C. Part C is the doctor's physical. Please be sure that everyone has that. If they don't have it, we'll have to send them to the clinic in town before we can check them in. And that is found online at utahscouts.org/hunt in the leader's guide at the bottom of the page. Swim checks, we ask that you please try to do your swim checks before you arrive at camp. There's limited time in the schedule, and we have a much smaller number of lifeguards than we've had before to conduct those swim checks. So we ask that you do that ahead of time. Bring your completed swim check roster, and we'll get your buddy tags filled out and out to the waterfront to the buddy board. If you have any questions on that, again, contact Brian, call the Scout office. Either way, we can help answer your questions about that.
On the swim checks, all you need to do is if you do a search for BSA swim checks, a leader that is going to be accountable for checking to make sure the boys are accurately grouped into their swim ability levels. It does not need to be a certified lifeguard signing that, but a leader that is saying, yes, the scout did meet those requirements. Please make sure that you're being diligent to make sure that we have accurate ability levels. That does make a difference. I don't want to put a scout that is a beginning swimmer out in a boat when we have to swamp and them get in trouble and have a problem out on the water. So if you can get that taken care of ahead of time, again, with those, if you have questions, contact us. We would be glad to answer any questions. Next part is your campsite. Camp Hunt is on 13 acres of land. That's not a lot of property compared to some of our camps in the council. And so we pack them in. But each campsite will have sufficient space. Just use good judgment on the number of tents that you're bringing in. Each campsite will have 2 picnic tables, a fire pit, trash can. Please bring your own trash bags for the cans. The restrooms are close by, and all water in camp is potable. So it is drinkable water, and there is a spigot somewhere near your camp or in your campsite.
However, don't drink out of the creek that runs through the camp. That's gross. It's not potable. All bathrooms in camp, we have bathrooms, all flushing toilets, like was mentioned earlier. We've been blessed through generous donations to have all flushing toilets. We don't have any stinky kaibos. So we ask that you help us in taking care of those bathrooms and reminding your scouts to take care of them. Our showers are all instant hot water showers. If there's any issues with the hot water, please let us know. We can't fix it if we don't know. Sometimes people will go a couple of days before they tell us that there hasn't been hot water. And we want everyone to smell good and feel good. So, so we ask that you let us know if there's issues with the hot water. Our male and female restrooms will be posted. It'll be obviously posted at each bathroom facility, which ones are for the boys and which ones are for the girls. We will determine that kind of by where the boys and girls are located in camp. Last year, the central bathroom and shower house was specified for the girls, as well as there is a girls' bathroom upstairs in the lodge. And then the north and south bathrooms were specifically for the boys. As far as showering goes, only youth can shower in the central showers because they are just stalls. Anyone, male, female, adult, or youth, can shower in the north and south showers. They are individual locking rooms, and so you can't see over or around or anything, and so those are youth protection safe. So that opens up a little bit more options when it comes to showering.
Speaking of youth protection, one of the things that we want to make sure that all troops are following is our youth protection rules. Please follow those guidelines. One of the biggest ones we need to follow at camp is 2 deep leadership in camp at all times. We know that Camp Hunt is close to the city, close to Garden City. And so it's real easy to say, I'm going to run out of camp and go grab this or grab that. Please make sure that you've got the 2 deep leadership in camp to help us out with that. Also, teach your scouts and talk to them about the importance of the buddy system. Being right along the highway, we want to make sure that our scouts are watched over by each other and that they're safe at all times. The buddy system and the youth protection rules are the key to that.
As far as Camp Ecology goes, please make sure that food and trash is cleaned up at all times in your campsite. We ask at the end of every night that you take your trash to the dumpsters. And that snacks are put away. We recommend that you don't let the kids have food in their tents, and that food isn't just left out. We've seen more than once a raccoon go and turn off the top of a licorice thing and help themselves to licorice or cheese puffs. We've also seen critters chew right through the bottom of tents to get in the food in tents. So please make sure that your food is cleaned up. We want to keep the animals healthy. and we want to keep our scouts safe.
We don't have big bears. We have the little bears.
Yes, we don't have bears at camp, so some people think that that's not as much of a worry, but we do have raccoons, we have skunks, we have badgers, any small animal, you name it, we've got it running through camp at some point.
They're hungry.
And they really, really like scout food that's left out. We ask that there be no tree climbing in camp. Camp Hunt, most of our trees don't lend themselves to a lot of climbing, but we do have some that do. Some that are really enticing to the scouts. But we ask that there's no tree climbing in camp. That's for the ecology, the safety of the plants and trees we do have, also for the safety of the scouts. The last thing we want is for someone to fall and get hurt. No hammocks are allowed in camp on buildings or trees. If a scout is insisting on using a hammock while they're at camp, they need to bring a hammock stand, and it is up to leaders in their campsite to make sure that that is safe and that no one's going to get hurt while they're using it. Please bring your own firewood. Camp Hunt does not have a lot of down trees like you might find in some of the camps in the forest. There's not a lot of firewood to go around. We can always help you through the end of the week if we need to, but we don't have a ton just laying on the ground. Please don't cut down any trees or cut into any trees to get firewood. If there is something on the ground, you can collect it for kindling and whatnot, but please don't damage the trees for firewood. We do have dumpsters at the north and the south end of camps, one right in front of the lodge and one at the north end of the parking lot that your vehicles will be in. So those are always there for your use. Please make sure that the kids use them and don't just dump your full trash in one of our trash cans and give us more to do. Believe me, we have plenty to do, but we want to be available to serve you when we need to. So please make sure that the trash ends up in the dumpsters and close the lids of the dumpsters to protect the animals as well.
Like she said, those dumpsters are at our parking lots. With our parking lots, we don't have a lot of parking space. So please minimize the number of vehicles that you're bringing in so that we can fit all of them into our small parking lots, and we'll be able to take care of you. Campers that will be at our south end will be able to unload in our parking lot by the lodge, but then we'll have them move the vehicles to the north main parking lot. So all vehicles will be backed in and parked over there. We do have a system that makes it work. We just need people to follow it. We'll explain that up at camp because you won't remember that part between now and then anyways. You will not be able to park near your campsites for the most part. You will be wheeling your gear to your campsite. Bringing a wheelbarrow or wagon would be a great idea for your troop. Staff will help out best we can, but we're going to be moving quickly to get everybody in and take care of it. The gate to get into our parking lot is only 11 foot by 13 feet high. So big trailers have a really hard time coming through our gate. So please make sure you got that taken care of. If you have any questions about a trailer trying to get through there, please talk to us. If your troop is having somebody come up with a boat, we do need the boat parked at the dry dock in Garden City by the State Marina. We don't have room in our parking lot for the boats, and we also worry about damage to the boats with the trailers, with the cars in and out of the parking lot. So we ask you to please plan on that. I think it's under $10 a night. I think it's actually only $5 a night for the parking at the marina. And they'll be able to take care of you. Again, if you have questions on that, please contact us. We'd be glad to help you out. With being so close in our campsites, we ask that you be a good neighbor to the campsites around you. Please pay attention to the quiet times so that everyone can enjoy the peace of Camp Hunt. 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. is quiet hours, and lights out at 10:30. Leaders, if you can please help us and build that expectation with your troops so that they're ready for it and it's not a surprise to them.
As far as your food goes at Camp Hunt, we do have two options that you can choose from. You can bring your own food, or you can eat in the dining hall where we provide your food for you. If you choose to bring your own food, all of the utensils, all of the cooking equipment, coolers, ice, all of that is up to you to provide to store that food. We do sell ice at the trading post. It is cheaper than in town. It's quick and easy. You don't have to leave camp to do that, especially if your car gets backed in and in behind someone else. So we do provide that for a small fee at the trading post, but that's up to you to bring your food. If you choose to use the dining hall, Um, there's a couple of things. Menus will be available soon at utahscouts.org, so watch for those. If you have any of your scouts or adults who have allergy or dietary needs that we would need to consider because they're eating in the dining hall, we ask that you have a parent of that scout or the adult themselves go online to the council website, and there's an allergy form there that they can fill out. It tells us what their needs are, and then it also allows us to contact the parent to make sure that we understand fully what their needs are, and lets us decide whether or not we're going to be able to accommodate that need. We do try to accommodate all the needs that there are, but there have been a few over the years that we've not been able to accommodate, and we've had to ask that scout to bring their own food. If that's the case, we can help with a place to refrigerate or freeze or store the food. We can also provide a microwave, or in some other small instances, other ways to heat their food. But that's about all we can do. And we will let them know if that's the case in plenty of time that they can prepare and bring their own food. And that also, if that's the case and you've paid for food for that scout, we would reimburse that amount. I think that's all on
Okay,
food.
enough of this boring stuff. Let's find out what they really are going to scout camp for. Leif, we're going to turn it over to you and let you talk about the good stuff. This is all the boring. Let's get to the good stuff.
Well, and thank you. I think all we love to do in the program, we wouldn't be able to do if we're not doing it safely and we're not working together. And when you get to camp on Monday and you get checked in and get to your lunch, after lunch, we're going to start the merit badge classes. We're going to have 3 merit badge classes that you sign up for online. Those signups will open on May 3rd if you have paid half of your camp fees by that time. And so you can begin signing up online. Before you come to camp, you'll know which classes to go to and what times. When you check in, that will be verified. If there are things that need to be changed during that time, those changes will be made. And then you'll be in those 3 classes throughout the week. And most of the other days, they will take place during the morning on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Friday morning, they'll have a chance to go to any class they need to finish up. And so that by Friday morning, those merit badge classes should be finished. There will be time during free times on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday afternoon for scouts to go and do merit badges in an open type program. So they can show up in the nature, in the scout craft, the handicraft, or they can do orienteering or sports or personal fitness to get they can get additional merit badges beyond the 3. For those open merit badges, they don't need to sign up online before camp, and they'll just need to take a blue card with them as they go through that merit badge instruction. When they've completed it, they'll find a merit badge counselor who can sign that off in camp. Our nature directors, our handicraft director will be able to sign off those merit badges as they complete them. And then we'd also have some advancement opportunities for scouts working on tenderfoot second or first class rank advancement. And you can sign up for that as part of the merit badges during the 3rd merit badge hour. If you'd like to have a scout would like to sign up to work on rank advancement. We also offer those during free time. And each day we'll have some information at the flag ceremony in the morning and at the round tables to help scouts know where those activities are, where to meet, and how to keep track of those. We have some really wonderful evening programs as well. On Monday night after dinner, we'll have a short fire drill, which will assemble everyone at the flag pole, the parade grounds. And then we'll begin a campfire program. And that's going to be put on by the camp staff on Monday night. And a great welcome to Camp Hunt. Following that, on Tuesday night after dinner, we'll have the Washakie Games, which is going to be a really fun time with troops interacting and with the staff playing games together. And we will then have a flag ceremony following the games, followed by the Fellowship of the Lake Guides introduction ceremony. And that's for senior patrol leaders it sets them aside as and recognizes them as part of the camp. Also on that night, we encourage anyone who's been part of the Order of the Arrow, that we'll have some information there. Uh, and that may also, is there another night where we'll talk about the Order of the Arrow social? It's not on our calendar, and I can't remember if we,
I think
We
usually we do it all on Tuesday.
Tuesday night we'll do that. So
will
on
definitely
Tuesday,
get it in there so that we can encourage the Order of the Arrow
yeah,
being to be expanded.
great. And that will be done Tuesday night along those same lines. And then what we'll have on Wednesday is a commissioner campfire where troops will, you will get to uh, do the skits and be the stars of the show. And that's a really fun campfire. Thursday night after dinner, we do an honor trail, and there will be 12 stations set up for the 12 points of the Scout Law. And as your troop goes through and will be given a short speech from one of the staff members about a point in the Scout Law, it's a great opportunity to reflect on the values of scouting. And then we'll have a short Scoutmaster minute when it finishes. You can go back to camp, and what a great time for reflection and as a troop for you to think about how scouting has touched your lives and to share with each other some of the highlights of your week. Friday, we have a little bit different schedule than the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Like I said earlier in the morning, you'll finish merit badge completion time. Any merit badges that have been started during the week can be finished up then. After lunch, we do the Waterfront Olympics down at the beach, and that's going to be a really fun time with lots of competitions going on. And for the Scoutmasters, work on your belly flop because you're going to want to be able to compete in the belly flop. And Brian is an expert at that. I'm still a novice, but I'm learning. So we're going to have a great
And I'm smart enough to not mess with it.
Robin is the winner because she knows how to win. And then what we'll do is at dinner time, we'd also invite the Scoutmasters to come to the lodge to check out and get the paperwork and make sure that all of your merit badges are properly recorded. And so that following that checkout with the lodge, then you'll know that you've got everything recorded that you need from camp. Then we'll have a flag ceremony and a closing campfire with a very patriotic flag retirement as part of our Friday night flag ceremony. That's something that we always consider as a highlight of camp as we get to reflect on the things that we enjoy because of the freedoms we have as Americans and in this beautiful country. Saturday morning, you'll wake up early and head home with some many wonderful memories and good friends that you've made through camp. We really look forward to serving you throughout this time, and thank you for giving me a minute to talk about that.
Thanks, Leif.
As Leif mentioned, touched on a little bit, not all camp fees, 50% of your camp fees are due May 1st. If your fees are paid up to 50% or more by May 1st, you will be able to register your scouts for merit badges beginning on the 3rd. If that 50% is not paid, you won't be able to do that until you're paid up to that amount. Final payment is due minimum of 1 week before you arrive at camp, just so you have that in your head as to when payments need to be made and when you need to have money from parents.
One of the other favorite parts that scouts love about scout camp is the trading post. We will be running a fully stocked trading post where the scouts will be able to come in and purchase the supplies they need for the merit badges. For example, Indian lore has several things that they need to work on: wood carving, leather work. These merit badges have a few projects to work on for the scouts to work on, and we will have those supplies there in the scout off or in the trading post. Excuse me. Please talk to your parents of the scouts to make sure that the scouts have sufficient funds for those needs. Then there's the side that the scouts all pay attention to: how many different varieties of Mountain Dew do we carry? we'll see what COVID does this year to us. Last year, we were limited only a couple different kinds, but we will make sure that we're fully stocked on the snacks and sodas that the Scouts always come craving. We'll have a few souvenirs, hats, shirts. We are getting back to that this year, which we're very grateful to be back to those. We'll have ice cream. We do soft serve ice cream as well as packaged ice cream. And then on Thursdays, we do the famous Bear Lake raspberry shakes. That's one staff always looks forward to, and I know the Scouts do also. It's something that you can pre-order in our trading post to have a treat for the Scouts. It's a great way to encourage them to get things done so that they can get a treat at the end of the week. When their money's running low, they can get a raspberry shake, and you can walk into camp as the hero.
Hey, you can pre-order your raspberry shakes too. So if you know you want raspberry shakes at 2:00 on Thursday afternoon, come let us know a day ahead and we will have them for you at 2:00 Thursday afternoon. We will have a new ice cream machine this year. So hopefully we won't have the problems we had last year. That's the plan.
That is the plan. One other thing you can do to save some time and money at camp is shirts will be available for pre-order. Information will be coming to you in an email that gives the cost and how to do those pre-orders. That way your Scouts can definitely have a souvenir for their summer and remember the great memories and activities they did at camp.
And those will be shipped directly to whoever they designate home before their camp date. So you'll have those right to pack up in their gear when they head to camp.
And it would make an awesome Class B uniform for your troop to come up prepared, looking sharp, looking uniform, and having something else that they can wear. One other thing that we really ask you, hopefully we'll see if it's an encourage or a requirement at that point in the summer, is masks. Please have your Scouts have the face masks. Even though the pandemic is hopefully winding down, we still want to be safe. We're going to be in close quarters with each other in the Scouts in their campsite, in the classes. We want to make sure that we're safe. So please, as of right now, plan on bringing masks and sanitizer for in your campsite. We will have it all through camp where they can use the hand sanitizer, but please help us out to keep maintaining this good direction we're heading with this pandemic so we can get back to our normal life. That's pretty much all the information that we've got for you. I just want to finish up by saying how excited I am to have Scouts back at camp and to have youth this summer. We're looking forward to having a full summer of youth, both this week of Scouts that is a highlight of our summer. It's happening early in our summer this year, and we're excited about it. But to have a full summer of Scouts and youth out on our beach and enjoying the water of the beautiful Bear Lake, we can't tell you how excited we are to have you up there with us. Please feel free to contact us through the council's website. Send me an email. Let me know if you got questions or concerns. Let us resolve those before you come up. But we look forward to having you up there with us, and we'll see you this summer. Leif, do you got anything else?
We'll see you. I'm also very happy. Thank you so much. We'll see you this summer. Thanks.
See you soon.